Topic 6, how to add a blog post. Now, blogs would probably be what is being updated the most on your website. You would agree that the pages that you actually create on your website, for instance, the about us, the products, services, these may change maybe once in a month or probably very rare occasions. I mean, more than the pages is actually the blogs that on a regular basis, because blogs is something which you have to keep adding on a regular basis. If you can add a blog a day, it'll be great, and it's a great way to start showcasing your products and your services and basically start building an authority for your brand, and obviously starts increasing your traffic as well, as it keeps the more content that you keep churning out and more blogs that you keep writing and publishing, your search engine rankings will definitely increase. So blogs is something which is really important, for be it for your personal branding or for your business and products and services as well. So I will explain clearly how you can create a blog, your categories, your tags. You can publish, I mean, you can even schedule your post. So we'll go through all those steps now on how to add a blog post. So let's get back into our dashboard. All right. So back into our dashboard, how do we add post? You have on the left hand side all posts. So let's first click on all posts and understand each of these sections. Now, as you know, we've deleted, I mean, there was no post over here. So anyway, this is a fresh installation. So there's no post over here. So how do you add a new post? You can go ahead and click a add new over here, or even the same add new. Also on top, you have the plus icon. You can click on post. So any of these you can click on and add a new post. Now, before we go ahead and add a new post, I would like to draw your attention to this particular tab called categories. Now, categories and tags are very important for your blog post. Now, let's say for instance, for digital marketing. So I will go ahead and let's say have categories are basically buckets that you're actually creating so that you can clearly segregate your blog articles into each one of these categories. Let's say you have a category for digital marketing, you have all your articles under that. Let's say you have a category for SEO, search engine optimization, and you have articles related to SEO categorized under that particular bucket. So in the similar manner, whatever blog post that you actually keep creating, go ahead and categorize it. It because not only does it help your rankings, it also helps you tomorrow to in future to have menu items based on your category. Let's say on a menu, you can actually have a tab saying SEO. And when someone clicks on that, all the articles related to SEO keeps coming up on that page. So it's a very clear and nice way of demarcating and categorizing all your articles. Tags, on the other hand, is basically whereas categories are like a top level demarcation, tags are more specific to that particular article. Let's say I have an article on how the best 10 best practices of, or 10 best SEO factors you must have on your on page factors for your article. Now, what are the tags that you can actually create? These are similar to what keywords people would typically type out on your search needs. Think it on those lines and include tags for that particular article. So let's go ahead and first go ahead and create some categories. Now let's say, okay, by default, if you come over to the categories page, you would first see what is called an uncategorized. So that is, if you do not select a particular category while creating a blog article, it will come as uncategorized. Now, this is something you cannot delete, it is always there. So one good practice is that you can actually edit this uncategorized and make it blog. So let's click on edit over here. So once you click on edit, you can go ahead and change this to blog, and the slug you can change the same thing across to blog. And there's no parent category, this is the topmost. So let's keep this and go ahead and click on update. So once you click on update, go back to your categories. Sorry, and you'll see this uncategorized has changed to blog. Now let's go ahead and create some few categories. Let's say the first one we go ahead is digital marketing. You can leave the slug, it will automatically take the slug. That slug is basically the URL. So you can just leave it, it will come on its own. Let's not have any parent category at this point of time, and click on add new category. So you can see digital marketing has been added here, and the slug, like I said, just leave it, but it is already got digital marketing as the slug. Now, if you have this, right click on this view and open in a new tab, you will get to see that digital marketing has come over here, the category digital marketing. Right now, we don't have anything under digital marketing, hence there's no articles to show under digital marketing. Let's just close this and come back here. Now, let's create one more top level category. What do we do? Let's say artificial intelligence. All right, artificial intelligence. Now this is my next top level category. Again, I'm just leaving the slug empty, no parent category, and go ahead and click on add new category. There you go. So artificial intelligence is also being created, and my other category called digital marketing. Now, what can you add under digital marketing now? Now, digital marketing comprises of your various topic, whether it is website or social media marketing or your SEO, all those come under digital marketing. So let's say we say website development, and let's say we select the parent category as digital marketing, and we go ahead and click on add new category. So website development comes under digital marketing. Now I'll show you how these actually reflect on your website as well. Now let's create one more under digital marketing. Let's say SEO, and the parent category, yes, again is digital marketing, and we create add new category. Now for under artificial intelligence, what do we create under artificial? Let's say chatbots. I think chatbots come under artificial intelligence. So we'll go ahead and click on the parent category as artificial intelligence and add a new category. So chatbots has been created under artificial intelligence, and SEO and website development under digital marketing. So now this is good enough. We can go ahead and now create our post. So let's go back to under post, click on add new. So now under add new, what I will go ahead and do is I will say this is where you add the title, very similar to your pages that we actually created. So let's say the first topic is introduction to digital marketing. All right, and this is some sample text. All right, and then now I'll just explain all these features that are actually available over here. Now, first starting with the visibility. So visibility is basically whether once you publish, do you want everyone across to have a look at this, or do you want some few options to be given? Let's say, for example, if I select public, this is visible to everyone. Private, it's only visible to the admins and the editors. Now password protected. Now if I actually select this option, it will give me an option of adding a password. Now let's say you have some content which you do not want everyone else to see. Only those who have a password, who you give that password to, will be able to see that article. So in such cases, you can select this option of password protected, include the password, and go ahead and send the same URL. Next is whether you want to, when do you want to publish this? Now let's say you want to schedule your article. Let's say I want to schedule one for Monday, and I want to give the time as well. It has to be published at a particular time, so I can select the date and the time over here. Let's say you've also missed out an article. Let's say you for example, I've got a challenge currently happening on my on the Facebook group that we have, the bloggers group. We've got a 90-day challenge wherein we are trying to churn out and one blog article every day. Let's say you missed out an article and you do not want anyone to know you missed out an article. So then what you do is you can even backdate that particular article so that it appears that you've got articles on all the days. Similar manner, by default it takes the current date. You can even post date it, schedule it, or even backdate the article. So this is what happens with this publish option. The post format, now whether it's a standard or you want to give a quote, some are the video, you can include the video articles also. So based on the kind of format, you can select it. By default it is the standard post. Stick to the top of the blog. As the name suggests, the blogs are actually listed out based on the date on which it is published. Now for example, you have a blog article which you want it to be right on top, you select this particular option. So irrespective of how many articles gets posted, even after that particular article, it stays right on top. Pending review, obviously if you're an editor or author or someone and you would like to get the review done before it gets published, you can select this particular option. Move to trash, of course, you all know it's moved to the bin. Now, permalink is basically once it gets posted, it automatically gets the slug URL as well. So that is what the permalink is. Categories. Now, I did mention to you the categories which we did select. Now, for this particular article, digital marketing, I will go ahead and select the top level digital marketing. Now, I will show you what happens when we select the sub-level categories in our next couple of posts as well. So for this particular post, I've selected digital marketing as the category. Then the tags, like I said, what would you type out onto Google if you were selecting for digital marketing? So let's type out digital marketing as one tag and then separated with commas. Each tag has to be separated with commas. So once you click comma, that becomes a tag. Now the next, what would you type? What is digital marketing? That is another tag. So on a similar manner, you can add how many other tags you want over here. So that is what the tag is. Next is a featured image. You can select a particular featured image for this particular article. Let's say, do we have anything in the media library? Obviously not. So let's go ahead and select a particular image for this particular article. I don't know whether I've got anything. Let's just select this particular image for the time being and go ahead and keep enter a alt text over here. Let's say, what is digital marketing? So you've included an alt text and click on set featured image. So you have set a featured image as well for this particular article. Then excerpt is basically a small little snippet as to what this article is about. This article talks about an introduction to digital marketing. A small little introduction of to what this article is actually about. Then moving on, you have what is called as discussion. That is, if you want people to add comments, if you want people to ping bags and track bags, if you want to allow all those, you can check or uncheck this. So I'll keep it as checked for allow comments. Now, these are few settings, which is the same for the pages. I did not mention it at the pages time because I thought I'll mention it over here. You can customize your page as well. Now, whether you want the sidebar to reflect on your page or not, whether you want a left sidebar, you want a right sidebar, no sidebar at all. So you can select those over here. Your content settings, whether you want a full stretched page or you want only a contained page or a boxed page, all these are settings, personal settings, which all completely personal preferences. If you want, you can select it or you can leave it as it is. Then disable some section, disable the primary header, disable the title, the breadcrumb, the featured image. These are settings which you can keep doing all based on your preferences. So this gives you a clear understanding of what this entire section is, the document section. You have something called a block as well. Now, if I've not selected anywhere over here, if I click on block, I will not get any block selected. But let's say, for example, I select on this particular text, then my block gets highlighted over here. Currently, it is set to a paragraph. While I will be explaining the editor completely in one of our next topics, I'll just give you a small little introduction. See, now this is paragraph. Now let's say I wanted to change this to maybe a title. So I go ahead and click on this and I say heading. I want to change this to a heading. So now you can see this has become a heading block. And if I wanted to change this to any of the other heading tags, I can select the H1 or H3 or H5, whatever it is, I can change the color settings as well. You can select the particular color settings also from here. So now if I want to make this a quote, I can make this a quote as well. Now this will appear as a quote. Now if you want to preview this before you actually publish, you can click on this top preview and you will get to see how it actually looks. We have had a featured text. You have got the introduction, that is the title, the quote, which is actually there, which you have made that particular text at this point of time as a quote. So this gives you a preview of that particular article. Let's say if I had changed this published to another date, let's say I say 14th, I have changed it, you will see that publish has changed to schedule. So it is the same thing. Once you complete the entire article, you just go ahead and click on schedule, because this has been scheduled for a date, a later date. Now I will go ahead and select today's date. So it changes back to publish. Got it? So this is basically how you can make these changes. Now I will change this back to our paragraph. which we initially had. All right, so this gives you a basic understanding. I will go in depth into this in our Gutenberg editor topic. This is just to give you a rough idea of how this works. So now we've completed all these sections. We'll go ahead and publish this article and publish. So now I've got this article on digital marketing. Now let's say we want to go ahead and create one more post. Now this is digital marketing. You can see that you remember the free author I had changed to free WP tutorials in under our user profiles. That is what appears over here now. The category that you selected is digital marketing. These are the tags that you have actually included. Now, if you feel there are too many components over here and you do not want all these to appear, like I said, your screen options on top over here, you can remove these. Let's say your tags are gone, your categories are gone, even the author is gone, the date published, that is gone as well. So all these are options that you can select from your screen option. So I'll retain it back to what it was initially and just leave it at that. So once you change all your options, you just change this and click on apply. Now let's go ahead and create a couple more of blog article. Let's say add new sorry, and in this one we will say introduction to SEO. All right, and this is my SEO article. All right, so now what is my category? I mean, I'm not going to be adding a featured image here. You already know how to add the featured image. The categories. Now under categories, what do I select this as? I select it as SEO at this point of time. All right, I'm not checking anything else. Please note that I'm not checking any of the others. I'm only checking SEO, and I'm going ahead and publishing this and publish. Now let's go ahead and create another blog article as well. Now you will notice this is coming as categories as SEO. All right, now another post, and this time I will go ahead and do this is introduction to website development. All right, and I put in sample article. All right, and now I will go ahead and select my category as website development. Go ahead, publish and publish. All right, and now we'll add one more article, which is basically what is chatbots and introduction to chatbots. All right, so I've got this article as well post. I will go ahead and publish this. Now, if you do notice this small little settings icon over here, if you click on it, it basically this entire section gets tabbed and it goes in and comes out. That's all right. So now on the document section, so I basically go at, oh yeah, I have to select under categories, I select chatbots and go ahead and click on publish and publish. So now how many articles do I have? I've got 4 articles currently over here. Now let's go ahead and refresh our homepage. Now what happens is you can see the top 4 articles which we have just created. The last article we did was the chatbots. Previous to that, introduction to WordPress, then your introduction to SEO and your digital marketing. Now you can see that you have chatbots over here. This is basically your category. Now let's say I click on chatbots. So what happens is I get to see what is there under chatbots, obviously. Now you can see the URL over here. It says my particular website name /category/ artificial intelligence, that is my top level category, and then chatbots, that is my next level category. Let's say I take off this chatbots. All right, so basically my category is only artificial intelligence. Now if you notice, the category has changed to artificial intelligence, but my article on chatbot still stays here. Now why is that? It's because what artificial intelligence is the parent category, and chatbots, basically my category chatbot is under artificial intelligence. Now in the similar manner, let's say introduction to digital marketing, all the recent posts comes over here. So okay, before I forget, this is basically a sidebar in which you have something called as widgets. Now widgets is something wherein we can keep adding these kind of headings like your recent comments, your archives, categories. You can even add tags, meta, all these are there, which you can add or remove, which we will also be covering. But nevertheless, I thought I'll just mention this right now. So one of the widgets is basically your recent post. Also search is another part of the widgets as well. Now let's go to introduction to digital marketing. Now under introduction to digital marketing, obviously this comes under the digital marketing category. Now let's click on digital marketing as the category. Now what all do you have? You have the introduction to website, introduction to SEO, and the digital marketing. So whatever you, the parent category, it takes everything under that as well. So now I hope you understand. Now let's say for example the SEO. If I click on SEO, it's only got articles related to SEO, but nevertheless it falls under the top parent category of digital marketing as well. So this, like I said, is a very important way of categorizing your blog article, because tomorrow, like I said, if we want to right now, about us has taken by default over here, we will get into menus in the next topic. Let's say I wanted to add SEO as well over here. If I want to add chatbots over here, so all the articles under SEO and chatbots also appears here. So you should get into the practice of categorizing all your articles. Let's say now we've got another category as well, which you remember, which was the uncategorized and which comes under blog. Let's go ahead and click on blog, and you'll see this is the blog article. If you had selected blogs also, then all the articles would come under blog as well. But currently we don't have that since we have not selected that particular option. So this is a clear, I hope you clearly understood how you can create a blog article, how you can add the categories and categorize all your articles into each of these categories as well. So now the next thing what we have to do is get into menus. So in our next topic, we'll talk about menus. So catch you up in the next topic. Bye.